Hello Michelle, how are you today? I hope you're doing fine. Welcome back on CST Online Learning with Michelle. Today you're going to learn grammar about present perfect. Are you ready, Michelle? Good. Please open your student's book on page 43. Okay. Now I will start with the functions. Why do we use present perfect? First, because we want to talk about recent events. Recent events. Something that just happened. Sesuatu yang baru saja terjadi. Okay, for example, Jessica has finished her homework. It means Jessica has finished it recently, maybe some minutes ago. Okay, other than to talk about recent events, you can also use present perfect to talk about experiences. But this kind of experience is something that might happen again in the future. For example, I visited Paris 3 times. Okay, so you've been to Paris 3 times, and in the future, you might go there again. So, to talk about experiences that you will do again in the future, yang mungkin di masa depan, you will visit Paris again. That's why you use present perfect. Good. Next, to talk about an event or situation that began in the past and continues up to now. Okay, began in the past. Mulai di waktu lampau dan sampai sekarang masih. Continues up to now. For example, my mom has worked for IBM for 10 years. It started 10 years ago and until now, she's still working there. Okay, and then I've had this camera since January. It means from January you had this camera and until now, April, you still have it. Okay, next, the last function is to talk about actions that have an effect on the present. For example, I haven't finished my homework, so I can't go out. Okay, so the action that happened is haven't finished. And then it has an effect on the present. Di masa sekarang, memberi akibat. I can't go out. Kenapa nggak bisa go out? Karena belum finished my homework. So something that happened in the past and give an effect to the present time. Okay, so there are 4 functions. To talk about recent events, to talk about experiences, to talk about an event or situation that began in the past and continues up to now, and the last one, to talk about actions that have an effect on the present. Alright, now let's take a look to the pattern. As usual, we will learn 3 types of pattern. We'll start from the affirmative. Affirmative means positive sentence. As usual, we start with the subject. Okay, so because this is perfect tenses, we have to put have or has followed by the verb 3 or past participle. For the list of past participle, there are some regular and the irregular one. For the regular, you have to add ed. For example, study become studied. Finish become finished. However, for the irregular, you have to memorize it because there is no pattern for the irregular one. You can take a look the list of the irregular verbs at the back of your workbook. That's right, the last page of your workbook. Okay, now let's take a look. For the subject I, we, you, they, you use have, right? Have. While for the subject he, she, it, you use has. Okay, and followed by past participle, and the last one object or adverb. For example, I have eaten fish and chips in England. However, if the subject is he, so we have to change it into has. He has finished all the exams. Okay. Next, for the negative one, after subject and have or has, we have to put not. So, I have not eaten fish and chips in England. Or you can make the short form of this. It becomes I haven't eaten fish and chips in England. Okay, haven't is the short form of have not. And then if the subject is he, she, or it, we use has not, hasn't. He hasn't finished all the exams. Okay, now for the interrogative or the question, we have to switch the position. We have to put have and has at the beginning. So, have or has, followed by the subject, verb 3, and then the object or adverb. Don't forget to put question mark. For example, have you eaten fish and chips in England? Or has he finished all the exams? Okay, so this is the pattern. Next, I will give you some important notes. First one, we can use both been and gone as the past participles of the verb go. So, Michelle, if you check on the last page of your workbook, the verb 3 of go can be been and gone. But what's the difference? Here it is. We use been when somebody has returned. For example, John has been shopping. It means he went shopping, but he is here now. So, when we use been, it means orangnya sudah kembali. He has been shopping. Shoppingnya tadi, sekarang udah di rumah lagi. However, when we use gone, it means this person hasn't returned. John has gone shopping. It means he went shopping, but he is still at the shops. Jadi orangnya masih di shop, belum kembali ke rumah. But when we use been, it means orangnya sudah kembali ke rumah. Like that. Next, the other important note is about the usage of how long. We use how long and the present perfect to ask how long a situation has continued up to the present. For example, how long have you lived in London? Since 2005. Okay, so until the present time, you still live in London. Okay, that's it for the explanation. Now for the practice, I want you to complete your student's book on page 43 and then do more exercise about present perfect on your workbook page 38. Okay, that's it for the lesson today. Thank you for listening to me. See you on the next lesson. Bye.